My research topic in the first paper is the failure analysis of concrete frame and numerical analysis. The work has been made in the China Sichuan University, and the brief of the work is the motivation, numerical analysis, and the material. What we have material here is the plain concrete. It's not reinforced concrete, and after that, the type of the material we use what was in the literature, result, discussion, and the end is conclusion. What we make here, the mainly focus was on the structural damage and predict of that based on the natural forcing frequency will apply on that to design a structure with the minimum crack and expectation how it will be behavior with have a different type of the shear wall and equal material. Means we not change, you use more material, same material characteristic, same quantity, quality, but the shape of the shear wall is changed. And at the end we come to know what will be the failure mechanism of this kind of the crack concrete structure. At the first we have one structure, the concrete structure. The concrete structure is here is the 5 span and the 4 floor. The concrete foundation is rest on the rigid base, and it is simulated in the abacus. And we use the 3 type of the shear wall. The first of one, the shear wall is installed at the center, and at the second, the shear wall is become half and located at the second span, and at the end, this shear wall is divided to 4 parts, and we install at this 4 point. Then what will we have? The almost size of the shear wall 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 1 meter, 2 meter, and the 4 meter, and with height of 3 meter. Then material we use here was reported in the literature and the previous paper. We do not have any experimental work. To improve accuracy of this work, we used what was accepted by previous scientists. And the result, what we have here. Here, the forcing frequency is applied in the 15 mode. In the 15 mode, and the forcing frequency is changed and different model. The first one is a no shear wall, is the model 1. The failure, it will be occur here less than when we have the shear wall. It will maybe we can tell here is accuracy of the wall. But interesting point we got here, when we have the shear wall in the quarter at the center, in that cases, what it will be happen, the fluctuation of the forcing frequency, it will be smoother than when we have the shear wall is the quarter and half and the full. Then we can be expected in this mode, means mode 4, for the full shear wall, main is critical crack will be occur, while in the other part means when it's quarter and half, it will be more smoother, and in the quarter it will be well smooth. And the second part, it will be displacement. The displacement at the what we have here, displacement at the we consider this column, and in this column how it will be is located at the corner. The whole displacement, it will be almost the same from 0 up to the top. But when we have the shear wall, the full shear wall, and when we have no shear wall, it is changed. The maximum flexibility we have when is no shear wall. But when it is had the quarter shear wall, we have the flexibility of the structure, it will be moved. It's second reason we can tell the crack, it will be occur late when we have the quarter shear wall. When we come here, the load displacement along this column from the down up to the up, when we have the quarter shear wall, the maximum load we can be applied, and there is a second point we can find that this kind of the purposed shear wall, it will be acceptable. And the second part of this paper, we have four model, and in all four model, we have three different type of the displacement on the full of the floor. The first, here no any shear wall, and the critical will be here. But when we have the quarter, the distribution of the settlement, it will be more, and it can be concluded here when we have this kind of model 4, means quarter of shear wall, and shear wall is divided into 4 parts, even roof will be more stable. The conclusion of here, we have 4 conclusions. They based on the first, the flexibility of a structure is improved. The seismic stability of a structure also, it will be improved. And crack on a structure, and before failure with this kind of means quarter shear wall, it will be less. And the shape of the, at the end we discuss on the shape of the displacement. It's end of this.